Hi, I'm Emily Burmis, and this is 120 Seconds to Better Leadership. So, when leaders take new roles in new organizations, it's natural for them to assess their current team to see which members are going to be on board for their charter and which team members may just not be an appropriate fit for their charter. And that's totally normal and natural. There's nothing wrong with it. As long as it's done appropriately and legally, it's okay to do that. It's okay to rejigger your team. What happens though is that many leaders will bring in folks that they trust. Well, who do they trust? They trust the folks they worked with in their past job or maybe two jobs ago. And there's actually really nothing wrong with that either, except when you bring in too many people all at once, especially if they all came from the same organization, especially if they seem too much like you. And I even had a leader bring in someone that they had worked with in the past, and they looked like brothers. So it was very quick for that leader to get called, so-and-so's guy. And that's what happens if you bring in too many people that are too similar, that you've got too strong of a bond with in the past. And here's why that can be dangerous, especially if you make a big deal about it. If you're talking about your past relationships, if you're talking about the good old days at the last company that you were at, it really very quickly creates a divide between the old guard and the new team. And so leaders that you're bringing on can quickly earn the reputation of being your guy. It doesn't matter if they're male or female, that's how everyone says it. And it really, once you divide that mental wedge between the new guard and the folks you've worked with in the past, it's very difficult then for them to form equal bonds as a team. The old guard will not feel as important or as desired or as empowered or as known and understood as the folks you worked with in the past. So you want to do that sparingly. Do it when it's appropriate, but don't talk about it too much. Don't constantly refer to your past history together. Don't talk about the name of the last company that you worked at. Don't be dishonest about it. It's okay if people know that you've worked together in the past. That's part of what will help them understand, oh, okay, this is a known entity to this leader. But the more you talk about the past, the more it creates that divide between, the different factions within your team. And it really can cause a great sense of disharmony and anxiety, actually, for the new folks that you're leading. So again, it's not a bad strategy. It's often necessary, and it's often a safe move because you have that past history it shows you can trust this person. But don't beat your new folks over the head with it. Keep it simple.